Aditya, you've been very active on environmental concerns. Now, certain things were decided when you were in power and they got changed when the new government came in. I'm curious to understand if potentially in November your faction comes back to power again, what would you do about the RA Metro, for example, or for example, Dharavi? Which
I'm so glad you asked about RA and you asked about Dharavi, yes.
No, so let's take it one by one. Let's start with Dharavi, where a massive urban transformation project is underway. You have objections to what is being done and how it's being done. If potentially you're now in power, what would be your party's and your alliance's position?
Let me break it down for everyone here. The problem with Dharavi is not about Mr. Adani. The problem with Dharavi is not about the industrialist. The problem with Dharavi is about how Mumbai is being given free of cost to Mr. Adani and his group. The tender, which was supposed to come out and which was in preparation when our government was in place, and then when our government was toppled and then someone else's government came in, the tender was probably the same and could have been the same, and probably the same man could have won it or not won it. That is a different thing. But going above and beyond the tender, Rahul, Dharavi, if you look at the hutments and the micro industries that exist in Dharavi, it's only 300 acres. What has been given in the Dharavi tender is 540 acres, including Mahim Nature Park and Tata Power Receiving Station and the railway land. The tender was supposed to be meant in a way where the 300 acres plus the whatever extra acres, 240 acres they're getting, the railway land was supposed to be used for Project Transit Camp. What Mr. Adani is asking is give us 1,062 acres of Mumbai free of cost for Project Transit Camp and for the ineligible dwellers of Dharavi. So if you have almost 100,000, 1 lakh people or 1 lakh families in Dharavi who are ineligible, then firstly, who are you making or redeveloping Dharavi for? Is it for yourself or for the people of Dharavi? 2, if you already have 240 acres extra and after winning the tender you're saying now this is not possible, now give me another 540 acres, is this not going beyond the basics of your tender? Any other developer who would have won this tender and asked for more incentives would have got this tender scrapped by the government. 3, what is more dangerous for a city is, if anyone here wants to redevelop the building, the first 40% of the TDR has to be taken from Mr. Adani at a cost he decides. Why? Why should he decide whether you should get TDR or not and at what cost?
So what will you
is
do?
Is he the owner of Mumbai? And going beyond that again, now he's asking for powers which are going beyond the government. He's asking for plenipotentiary powers, which means that within 15 days, if whatever he has asked for, the government of Maharashtra, the UD department or the BMC does not say yes or no to him, it is deemed passed. Who is he to decide what my Mumbai needs and not? What we will do is specific and clear. The tender है, चलो टेंडर के हिसाब से आप काम कर रहे हो, काम आगे लेके जाओ. अगर टेंडर के हिसाब से नहीं काम कर सकते तो टेंडर स्क्रैप करवाओ, दूसरे को लाओ. Go for retendering. If you can't do the job, say I can't do it, give it up. Even right now, about 5,000 crores is the premium that the BMC is supposed to get from Dharavi, which Adani has refused to give BMC. Why? Why should these incentives be given to only one person who is the owner of this Minde gang? And that is our basic problem with Dharavi. Now, you have 20 other Dharavis coming up in Kurla, in Mulund, in Vadala. Why should these people who have lived here, worked here, be sent to salt pan lands?
It can conversely be argued that the level of emphasis that Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde have played on urban regeneration and on infrastructure development has been higher now than in the past. Look at some of the new roads that have been built.
Tell me one project, Rahul. Tell me one project, Rahul, in the past 2 years where the contractor has got money but the work has been done. Contractor को पैसा मिला है, काम नहीं हुआ एक भी. Last year also when the Honorable Prime Minister came to Mumbai for the Bhumi Pujan of 6,080 crores of road works, I had pointed it out, saying ये काम नहीं होने वाला है सर, आप मत कीजिए. आप बेइज्जती मेरे प्राइम मिनिस्टर की कर रहे हो. क्योंकि उनके हाथों से जो भूमि पूजन हुआ है, आज एक भी रोड इस महाराष्ट्र में, इस मुंबई में हुआ नहीं है, शुरू भी नहीं हुआ है. कोस्टल रोड हमारा सपना था, हमने काम शुरू किया था. अभी मिंदे क्या कर रहे हैं? आधा किलोमीटर गेम चेंजर, पौना किलोमीटर गेम चेंजर, एक डिवाइडर का ओपनिंग कर रहे हैं गेम चेंजर. ऐसे कौन करता है इनॉग्रेशन यार? दिस इज द फ्रस्ट्रेशन ऑफ मुंबई सिटी, दैट यू आर लूटिंग माई सिटी, यू आर लूटिंग माई स्टेट, बट यू आर नॉट गिविंग बैक एनीथिंग टू माई सिटी. That is the frustration of Mumbaikars today.